Okay, remember they're changing my voice. I'm going to do something different in this video. I'm going to show you this picture the whole time so you get into your head that guys in the church are like the nerd in the Revenge of the Nerds picture, and they're trying to get attractive women who are mixed with African, with certain features that give away that they're mixed with African. It's one of the main purposes of the church, because African women had the best assets. They mixed together in the southern Mediterranean and the Middle East historically, and these guys came from outside, and they worshiped snakes, as snakes were said to be geniuses. Write that down, the word genius, right? Genius and genie and genes and snake are connected. Okay, it is the Greco-Roman mysteries that are the core of the Western churches and the other churches who have similar traditions, any established church, that these people actually worship. So Matthew 9, in the story, Jesus is said to heal a person. Obviously, it didn't actually happen. And he allows him to walk, right? He was crippled, makes it so he can walk. And the people are in awe of him, and it says they're in awe of him because he was given authority by God to do this. So it's by his works that he proved his point. This is also when he's said to see Matthew, and he goes to his house and eats with tax collectors and sinners, and they ask him, hey, why aren't your disciples fasting? And he says, when the bridegroom is with them, they shouldn't be fasting. Okay, so people should be celebrating, and they should be rallying to me. Okay, this is a model where as you judge, you should be judged. Okay, their scripture makes it clear that people should not be shunning me. Okay, and they should not be helping these Revenge of the Nerds guys and their allies, right? And some of their allies seem less square. Some are in the military, police, some are UFC fighters, so on and so forth. But they're all working together to cheat me on my right to lead for women. If you look at boxing matches, UFC matches, car magazines, there have women who are shaped similar to this female, because those are African features, a certain type of African feature that is slender, okay, often tall, but not always, okay, with perky breasts and so on and so forth. The Bible talks about, may you always be satisfied with the breasts of the wife of your youth. So curses on they who cheat me on my right to lead. They are raped by deception, panty raid, cowards. Okay, so it is also pointed out that no one pours new wine into old wineskins, nor do they use a patch on old clothes, okay? Because it will just make the clothes tear, and the new wine will make the skins burst. These comparisons, right, are retarded. It's like a little kid made them up to confuse you. I'm 100% against the tactic of confusing things. And when asked about it by his disciples in another part of the Bible, Jesus says that in the words of Isaiah, that he didn't want to speak plainly because then they would turn and be healed. Okay, that's not something I would have said and done. It proves definitively that the description of Jesus in the Bible is not the description of the Son of God, but it is an amalgamation, a combination of two ideas. One is somebody telling the truth, and the other is a kind of satanic deity, Aphrodite, also known as Venus, right? The goddess of love. Okay, so it's the merger of the quote-unquote mother goddess worship that went into the actual making of the Bible itself. That's why Jesus says he's the root and offspring of David and the bright morning star. The bright morning star in reality is the sun, but the bright morning star is also an epithet of Venus. And it was the Greeks who compiled the Bible, and they did a horrible job and put their mystery garbage in it. That's why you see Apollyon referring to Apollo and Hades and so on and so forth written into the Bible. And we see, guys who are named after Greek deities also mentioned in Paul's letters, for example. Pretty straightforward. Okay, and Apollo is a deity of light, science, knowledge, right? It's a tree of knowledge garbage as you'd expect, right? They say Satan's the god of this world. Well, who compiled the Bible? The devil. So Matthew 9, Matthew 9 is it really infuriates me when I see that part and how much of a pain in the ass it explains. Say wine stands for the blood, and there's the spirit in the blood, and da-da-da. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to explain these things to you because it's stupid to take that route. Make straight the way for the Lord, and sin is not ended by multiplying many words. Okay? What it basically means is you're a dumbass if you take the time to figure out what it means, because it's going to tell you what you know already in a way that pisses you off and wastes your time. And when they're covertly drugging you, it's a pain in the ass to explain. So I'm going to end Matthew 9 right there. Let's get into Matthew 10. So in Matthew 10, he tells them to not act like the cowards in the churches and all the other groups and all the other males on the planet this time, but my Father. and to tell the truth and accept the punishment. They'll be flogged and handed over to the synagogues, to the right racists, what have you, and to face the music and the LGBT community types there, Sodom and Gomorrah types there, and to face reality. Okay, he says, you'll be hated by everyone because of me, but the one who stands firm to the end will be saved. He says, no servant is above his master, no student is above his teacher. It's enough for a servant to be like their master or a student like their teacher. If the head of the house has been called Beelzebul or the devil, how much more the members of the household? So in other words, if you work for the devil, okay, and you're one of many members, they're going to call you out. So let's say, for the sake of argument, Jews all refuse to give me my right to lead, okay, and they are doing it for their culture. Their culture spirit, their king of their culture, the essence of their culture is the devil. And they individually and collectively will be called bad names more than their essence, okay? And that's how things work, okay? Obviously, if you're in the military or police, God despises you and your offspring. Same with the intelligence agencies, social clubs, churches, mosques, synagogues, okay? First and foremost, those people who are obviously and fanatically aligned to the state. Just complete idiots, talking down to God through his son. Truly, I tell you, you're better off being Adolf Hitler than some clown-ass punk talking down to God through his son, through the gate. How do you think that ends for them? Think them and their offspring are going to have their hands shaked? Job well done. Here's a crown. I mean, give me a fucking break. Think I should be scared of some kind of circus midgets? You know what I'm saying? We go to some kind of magic temple, and we have the power. Oh my goodness. You know how dumb I'd have to be? I'd have to be dumb like one of you people. Okay, that's not going to happen. I'm not moved in the slightest. Oh, Revenge of the Nerds types, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking retarded. Oh, Rick Moranis and shit. You know what I'm saying? Prince Harry, Prince William and shit. Prince Charles. Hi, guys. Prince Philip. You know, it's fucking retarded. Get those pussies the fuck out of my face. Like I gotta explain this shit. Anyway, where was I? So, he says, what is whispered in the dark, proclaim in the daylight. What I tell you in the dark, proclaim in the day, what is whispered in your ear, to proclaim from the rooftops. Okay? Do not be afraid of those who can kill the body and can't kill the soul. Even sparrows don't fall down outside of God's care. Whoever loves their son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. Whoever doesn't pick up their cross and follow me is not worthy of me. Okay? Basically, Matthew 10 in a nutshell. It is sad. It is sad in America. Now, America, don't get me wrong, it's a piece of shit country. There isn't a speck in American history they could be proud of. When they had something good going on like Martin Luther King, guess what? The massive majority of America was moving against them with two thongs, okay, and a fanny pack. And when all was said and done, America was so disgraced, and it was so obvious that they had to admit that Martin Luther King had conquered all those pussies, all those white social clubs. We don't want you to do it. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Acting like bitches. All them motherfuckers, do they have a name? Do they have a day for these social club punks? No. There's no social club bitch day. Okay, he trampled all those scared, pale fucking cowards. Okay, he trampled them. And I'm trampling them much more. Okay, and their offspring are so trampled that to this day when God's son comes back, they're like, we're scared to obey you. We're scared. On behalf of the Masons, we're scared. The Knights of Malta, the frats in the Catholic Church, we're scared. Pilgrim Society scared, Round Table Group scared. Bohemian Club scared as fuck. Just a bunch of bitches. You know what I'm saying? They raised their offspring so bad, to be so cursed, that at the most important time in human history, not a man among them, not a fucking man. Hey guys, I'm from their patriarchal line. The same one as the phallic symbol of the state. Right, just a bunch of punks.